Look at the floor, Pastafarians. Look at the floor of the world. It's all wet and snowy. Ugh. I have to pay attention to this slippery patch up here so I don't fall on my bum. Pardon me as I ignore you and think only about my bum. Alright, now we're in a less slippy area. Anyway, hello the Pastafarians, it's me, Schizophrenic Mitch. Pretty bad. Down here, not on the mall's back that way. We crossed the mall just now. But here I am at the Onion Station here. To talk to John Choque and oppose his hate preaching. So let's see how that goes today. Looks like we're going to be in shadow for a minute. It's not the warmest in the shadows, but not the coldest. I can handle it, I guess. Yeah, we had our first snow in like Denver town this year, like on New Year's Eve. So that was miraculous. Here's John Choque. Here he is, everybody. Let's go see what he's doing, who he's talking to.
Sounds good. Especially if you're like successful. You think, wow, that is going to be, how do I apply this in my life? Well, you don't. You do all that worldliness out of your life. And you just stay with the Word of God. But He's here to rebuke you all day long. I mean, I can talk to the
What if the Bible's not the Word of God, though? Then what should we do?
He's at work, so we got to stop.
So we need to leave him alone. Sorry, why don't you go about your job then? I'm also at work. John, show you. What's different about him?
Pay attention to him at all, okay?
Why not pay attention to me?
Because he's here to disrupt.
No, I'm not here to disrupt. I'm here to have a good faith conversation. He's lying about me.
Yeah, don't talk to him.
Yeah, so am I. I'm also having a conversation with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not done yet. To me.
What?
In fact, turn your back so you can just look at
Wow, that's very rude. You're doing what he tells you to do? John Choque, we are in the middle of a conversation. Do you agree?
I'll be here till 4.
I've been having a conversation with him for months.
Okay,
cool.
I'm done.
I'd like to talk to you. What's your name?
No, I gotta
What? You can talk to him, but you can't talk to me?
I'm a city official.
Yeah, and you're talking to him?
So I gotta go.
Cool, I'd like to talk to you as a city official about why you're listening to his message and not mine. Were you getting paid while you were listening to him?
No, I was on a break.
And you're on a break not anymore?
Sir, I gotta
That's
go.
super convenient for you, you fucking hypocrite. I'd like to talk to you, John Choque. Let's have a conversation. Why weren't you here last month, John Choque? Can you tell my viewers why you were not here last month, John Choque? Can you tell them that I won? Is that correct, that I won last month?
You won.
Thank you. I appreciate it. How did I win, John Choque?
Because you're a winner.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you a winner, John? Is that right? Did you win last month? Who won last month?
What are you guys doing?
Talking to you, John Choque. Why aren't you talking to me?
I'm talking to your family.
I know. Why aren't you talking to me? The question was, why aren't you talking to me, John Choque?
Fuck you.
I know, but I'm asking you direct questions.
It says Jesus told
It says you're a piece of shit, John. John, I'm asking you direct questions. Why are you ignoring them? What is the grown-up adult reason that you're ignoring the questions that I'm asking you? What is the grown-up reason, John?
The grown-up reason.
Yeah, are you a grown-up? Are you behaving like a grown-up now or a child?
I'm eating my muffin.
You're eating your muffin? Why don't you put your sign down while you're eating your muffin so I don't have to respond to the hate that you're putting out in this world?
I can't because my hat says it, my coat says it.
I know, take it off, right. So you're sending messages, but you're not letting me respond to your messages. Today? Is that correct? I'm doing very well, John. Now, will you answer my question? Did I answer your question, John? John, did I answer your question about how I'm doing today? John, did I answer your question about how I'm doing today? John, Chuck, the adult person who's living right now. You're an adult, right? Did I answer your question, yes or no, John Chuck? Did I do that respect to you? Did I treat you with respect, John? Your non sequitur question, did I respond to it? Yes, I did, John. I said I'm doing fine, didn't I? And then you moved on to another question because the first question was answered, wasn't it, John?
See what he's doing?
No, do you see what you're doing, John? You're ignoring me?
With hate.
No, you're full of hate. Yeah. John, are you full of hate?
Nope.
No, you're not full of hate?
I love you, Mitch.
I
love all your friends.
Do you love this world?
I love the world.
You love this world?
Sure, it's great.
Cool. You don't hate this world?
Nope.
So if I showed you a part of the Bible that says to hate this world, what would we do with that scripture, John?
I know.
We'd recontextualize it so it means something other than what it means. Hello there, would you like to join this conversation? Hello there, would you like to join this conversation?
I'm doing great, sir.
John Choque is preaching hate on the street and I oppose him. He comes down from Boulder once a month and I meet him here to tell him that his hate is not welcome in our city and that he should keep his hate in his city. Hi, what's your name?
What's your name?
My name's Mitch. What's your name?
Hold on, Mitch. Who you talking to?
I'm talking to you. What's your name? I don't know who I'm talking to. You haven't given me your name yet. Are you afraid to give people your name in public? You asked me my name and I gave it to you. Isn't that right?
I don't like how you talk.
I don't like how you're talking to me. Have I not made that clear to you?
To Mitch.
See, I asked you a question and then you, because listen to the things that I'm saying,
I can hear you.
so that you'll listen to things I'm saying. That's why I'm yelling.
Nah, Mitch.
Cool. Why don't you leave then? I'm talking to John.
I'm talking to John.
No, I was talking to John first and then you interrupted. Is that right? What's your name, dipshit?
Excuse me?
What's your name, dipshit? I'll call you dipshit until you give me a name. Is that all right with you? Bye. See you later. Hey, John.
See how hateful he is?
No. Let's talk about hate, John.
I'm smiling and he's got a mean face.
And that's how we determine whether something's hateful, John? So if the Mormons are smiling...
So once I finish my coffee and my muffin, I'm going to be praying in tongues.
Okay. Would you like to join this conversation about this hate preacher that has come to our town to preach his racist lies? John, I'd like to have a conversation with you. Are you grown up enough to have a conversation with me? You're going to be continuing to do this childish thing of ignoring me, John? Are you going to engage with your opponents, or are you going to ignore your opponent, John?
Well, I wasn't here last Friday because...
last month, yeah.
Last month.
Yeah, why were you not here?
I had abdomen surgery.
Why didn't Jesus protect you from that? Why didn't Jesus fix that for you without the surgery?
Yeah.
No, you had the surgery, is that right? Jesus used surgery. So could he have done it without surgery, John? Hey, I'd like to talk to you. What's your name, dipshit? What's your name, John Fox? Why were you being rude to me? You ignored me, didn't you? No, you talked to my opponent and you gave thumbs up. Was that being rude to me? Oh, you didn't? You couldn't tell from the elevated volume of the things that I would say? Bye, dipshit.
I was talking to him.
No, okay, so now I'm talking to you. What's your name, dumb fuck?
Man, this is America, man.
Yeah, I know, so I can say all this, can't I? It's well within my First Amendment rights, isn't it?
You're not
Bye.
used to the freedom.
Suck a dick.
You're not used to the freedom.
I'm exercising the freedom, dumbass. I am used to it. I exercise it. I'm doing it right now, dipshit. What's your name, coward? What's your name?
Don't talk to him.
What's your name, coward? Are you afraid to tell me your name? I told you my name. I immediately told you. You asked me and I told you. Is that right? Do you remember that part of this conversation?
Just keep on moving.
Dipshit, what's your name?
Keep me in prayer.
Dumb fuck. What's your name? My name is Mitch. When you asked me, I told you immediately. Do you remember? Do you remember that part of this conversation? Bye. Is this too much for you to handle? Go have fun then in your safe space. John, I'd like to talk to you about the hate you're preaching in this city. Will you engage me with the things that I say? Will you engage with me? Or are you going to be a child? Would you like to join this conversation about hate? I'd like to talk to you about this man preaching hate in our city. John Choque, why did you come back? John Choque, why are you here? John Choque, why are you in my town? John Choque, I'm talking to you. Can you hear the things that I'm saying? What's your name, dude? Hey, dude, what's your fucking name? You asked me my name, didn't you? Did you ask me my name? Hey, dummy. Hey, dumb person with a dumb brain. Do you remember that part of our conversation where you asked me my name?
Mitch.
Don't listen to him.
Don't use my name if you're not going to give me yours. Don't even fucking use my name, you fucking coward. Are you in this conversation or not? Is this too much for you to handle? Let's talk. Let's talk about how Jesus lied.
Lied?
Lied. He lied.
Oh, so we were starting speaking all that.
I'd like to talk to you about Jesus and how he lied to you. What's your name? What's your name? Coward. Hey, coward, what's your name? John Choque, why do you think he's too afraid to give me his name? Why would fear cause him to do that? Don't you think that a person who believes in truth wouldn't be afraid to give people his name? Don't you think a person who worships and believes in truth would not be afraid to use their real name? John Choque?
You don't use your real name.
I do. When he asks me my name, what do I tell him, John? John. John, you talk to me. You engage with me, right? You accuse me of something, right? You said, you don't use your real name, like a fucking child, right?
That way.
You said it exactly like that, John. That's how you sounded. Like, you might not like how you sound, but that's exactly how you sounded, like a fucking child. So you engage with me whenever you want to, and then you ignore me whenever you want to, right, John? Is that a fucking childish way to behave? Is that hypocritical?
I'm a child of God. That's right. I'm
Yeah,
a child.
you're a child. That's right.
Amen.
And God made you a child, and he keeps you a child. You're not an adult, right, John? By child, you mean you're not an adult. Is that correct?
You must have got a good night's sleep, Nick.
John, don't talk to me unless you're talking about the conversation I'm trying to have with your dumb fucking ass. John, you're an idiot. Is that correct? Do you agree? You're a dumb person, John? Do you agree? Do you agree you're dumb, John? John, you're a dumb person. Is that correct? What's your IQ, John? John, what's your IQ? John, how old are you mentally? Go fuck yourself. How old are you mentally, John? John, tell everyone here how old you are mentally. John, you were proud of it the other day. You were just saying right now how a child you are. How old are you mentally, John? Are you a smart person or a dumb person, John Choque? John Choque, the hate preacher? John Choque, I'm talking to you, John. John Choque, what are you doing in my town? John Choque, why did you come here?
Hallelujah.
John Choque, why did you come here? John Choque, why did you come here? John, why are you in my town? John Choque, why are you in my town? John Choque, are you able to engage with good faith people in a good faith conversation, or is that antithetical to the religion that you worship? John Choque, I'm asking you legitimate questions. Can you hear them? Or are your Ray-Bans getting in the way, John? John, if the Bible was untrue, would you want to know? John, if the Bible was falsifiable, would you want to know? John Choque, do you understand the words that I'm saying? Do you understand the syntax that I'm using here to encode this communication to you? John Choque, if the Bible were falsifiable, would you want to know? John, you're behaving like a child. Do you agree? John, you're behaving like a child. Do you understand? Do you agree? Do you understand my accusation, John? Remember earlier when you accused me of not using my real name? Do you understand that that was an accusation? Well, you made an accusation against me, John. Do you agree? Did you remember when you did that? Did God tell you to do that, or did you decide yourself to do that, to accuse me of not using my real name, John Choque? John, can you hear the words that I'm saying, or are you too childish to understand the English that I'm using? Are you done speaking in tongues? Was that all that we have to endure of your nonsense religion? You gonna speak in tongues some more? Hello, John. Hello, John. You came to my town and you expected me to be here. Is that correct, John? You expected me today? Cool. So, if you expected me, why are you acting like I'm invading your space, John? Why didn't you expect me? John, if you expected me, why are you treating me like this?
That's a 5G tower right there.
John, if you expected me, why are you treating me like this? John, is this a childish way to treat people? John, is it a hypocritical way to treat people? John, do you know how to have a good faith conversation, or are you incapable of that? John, are you capable of having a good faith conversation with me here today? John, Chuck, are you capable of having a good faith conversation with me here today? John Chuck. John Chuck.
What is your last name?
John Chuck.
What is your last name?
Why would I answer your questions when you ignore mine, John? Why on earth would I do that?
Why? What is your last name?
John Chuck.
How do you spell it?
John Chuck, are you capable of having a good faith conversation with me here today?
Well, how do you spell your last name?
John Chuck, are you capable mentally of having a good faith conversation with me here today? Is your brain capable of having a good faith conversation with me? John Chuck, are you capable of having a good faith conversation with me today? John Chuck. John Chuck, does your brain work well enough to have a good faith conversation with me?
Hallelujah.
John Chuck. John Chuck, are you capable of talking to me like an adult? John Chuck, are you capable of having an adult conversation with me today? Or are you continue...
You keep preaching the truth.
Hey, let's talk. What's your name?
My name is
Don't listen to him.
Carl, let's talk.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk
no,
about how
don't
John
do
Chuck
that.
is not here in good
He'll
faith.
destroy you.
Did you hear my
That's a
answer?
Satanist. He'll
I
destroy
He
said...
ain't got no power over you.
That's right.
Have fun.
Carl, I want to talk about whether John Chuck is...
Brother, listen. If
You asked me what I want to talk about, isn't that right, Carl?
talk about the
Carl, did you
devil,
listen to my
sucker
answer?
feet.
You dipshit! Walk away, you fucking coward! What? You call that a conversation? You ask me a question and ignore my answer, you piece of shit? Live in ignorance again. Choose ignorance. All of you. Your whole entire cult chooses ignorance every day. What are we going to do with ignorance, John Chuck? What are we going to do with it? How's it going to help us in the future, John
your
Chuck?
Cult. You're the cult member.
John, Chuck, join my cult, John. Are you a cult member, John? John, you reacted to my shirt, is that correct?
That's correct.
Was my shirt talking to you, John? Was my shirt? No? So then how did you know what it was saying, John?
Because I put voice to it.
You put voice to it? Where'd you put voice to it? In your mind? Did my shirt cause you to put voice to it in your mind, John?
Crazy.
John, are you in a cult? John, why do you engage with me and then retreat? Why are you such a coward? You know that you're supposed to engage with me. You try it over and over, and then you immediately retreat, don't you, John?
I want to
You
engage
immediately
with you,
retreat
but you don't want
because
to
you're a
listen to
coward.
me because you keep on talking above me.
No, John.
and
I do want to listen
over
to you.
me,
John,
and louder than me.
John, I'm listening to
and
you
then
right
you
now.
keep turning everything
John.
I say, but I can't communicate with you.
You just did, John.
You don't
You
communicate
just
because
did.
You talk over and above
No,
me.
John, you're the one that
Because
doesn't
you cannot
communicate.
shut your mouth
Neither
to
can you,
listen.
John.
You've got two ears and one mouth, and you use your mouth.
I can do them
a
both at
lot.
the same time, John. I've been listening to you this whole time.
disagree
Everything
with
that you
you.
just said, I heard, John, and I responded to.
No,
I have
but-
proof of it right here in this film. I listened to all the things that you said, and I responded to them.
Praise the
Did you
Lord.
listen to my responses, John?
No.
So when you were describing a person who couldn't talk and listen at the same time, you were describing you, weren't you, John?
How many you got on your
You
show?
were describing yourself, weren't you, John?
How many
John,
are in your show?
John, when
many
you
are in
were
your show?
describing a person
Hey, don't spit
who
at me.
couldn't listen and talk at the
Don't
same time,
spit while you talk.
were talking
Don't
to yourself.
spit.
John, you said that 3 times, right? What was I saying while you were talking
So what
over
did I
me,
just
John?
ask you not to
Not
do?
to spit 3 times. What did I ask you, John?
I don't know.
Yeah, because you weren't listening. Because
don't
you
wanna
can't listen when you speak, but I can listen when I speak, don't I? Can I, John?
Do you see what you look like?
I just do
See
you
what I look like?
Yes, you look like a clown, John.
We're from two different camps.
No, we're from the same camp. I'm lampooning you, John. I'm a clown like you. I'm a street clown like you are. Did you hear my answer? Did you hear my answer?
You're
What was
still
your
spitting at me?
Yeah, spitting truth, John.
So you might as well get back up.
John, let's talk. Let's have a good faith conversation. Are you capable of that?
You are incapable of having a good faith conversation.
Prove it. Prove it, John. Prove it.
All you gotta do is watch your video for
Is that
like
right?
15, 20 minutes.
Did you see my video with the Mormon? Did you see that video? Was that a good faith conversation?
Oh, I don't watch your video.
Oh, well, let's watch it. Pull your phone out. Let's watch it, and I'll prove to you that I can have a good faith conversation, John. If I prove to you that I can have a good faith conversation, will you engage with me in a good faith conversation, John?
Nope.
Oh, so you don't care whether I'm capable of it. You're not going to do it anyway
That's true.
because you're incapable of it, not me.
I didn't say that.
No. I'm deducing that from the way that the things that you've said. I'm deducing that.
No, you're just guessing.
No. I'm deducing that. I'm crossing off possibilities and then we're left with others. Is that correct? Do you understand what I'm doing there? Did you understand how that logically follows, John? Or is logic a foreign language to you,
off
John?
Today, huh? Today's your day off.
John Shuck,
Having a
why
conversation
do you
with
do that?
Why don't you ask
John
him
Shuck,
my
why do you
question?
do that? John Shuck, why do you do that?
Because I have a
Why do you
question.
try to derail the
Why
conversation,
do you
John?
have to have the question?
John,
I have the
why?
answer. Why
My
can't you
question
have-
was, why do
Why
you
can't
always
you
try to
have a-
derail the
Why
conversation?
can't you have an answer? Why do you always have to have the questions and force me?
Because, John,
to
I'm
give
sick of
the
you
answer?
derailing the conversation. The answer to your question is, I'm sick of you derailing the conversation is the answer. I don't have
The
to.
answer was, why did you? Are you off today?
Your question was, why do I have to ignore your bullshit question? Because I don't
didn't
want
ask
to
that
do...
question.
Well, that was
your
a
words
paraphrasing.
into-
Yes,
You
yes.
put your own words in all
Just
that
like
stuff.
you do with the Bible. Because I asked you if you hate this world, and what did you say? Just like you do with the Bible, John. I asked you if you hate this world. What did you say, John?
You want me to read a Bible verse?
John, do you hate... No, I don't want you to read a Bible verse. I want you to answer the question. What did you say when I asked you if you hate this world, John? What did you say? Answer the question. Do you hate this world, John? John, do you hate this world? John, do you hate this world? John, is this sign true? John, I'm holding a sign. Is it a true sign? John, there are words on the sign. Is it a true
It's
sign?
really interesting.
John
how-
Shuck.
Yeah, it's an interesting sign.
Is it true? I'm not asking if
It's
it's
a- it's a
interesting, you
good
piece
sign.
of shit.
It's a good sign.
Read it
Look at all
and engage
these
with me with the things I'm
corners
saying. What a
here,
fucking child
and
you
you
are.
just have to stand here.
Yeah, why do I
It's
have to
called
stand here, John?
Freedom of movement. So
Why
you're
do I have to
infringing
stand
on
here?
my
No,
freedom of
no,
movement.
no. These
I can't
cones are
move.
infringing on your freedom of movement. You intend not to move. You set down a foot mat, you dipshit.
Yeah.
Stop trying to accuse me of shit you know I'm not
If
doing.
I wanted
That
to
makes you a
walk
false
someplace,
accuser,
you would
doesn't
follow
it?
me, just
Makes
like
you a
you follow other people.
Look, if you leave and you
voice.
go back to Boulder, I won't follow you. But if you try to
Will you
set up
stay here
this,
when I leave?
no, because I'm opposing you. Pay attention. Why would I stay here if there's nothing to oppose, dipshit?
Why would you?
John, are you a dumb
oppose
person?
me.
John,
You
how many of
oppose
your
me.
questions did I just answer?
oppose
John, how many?
me.
Did you even count?
Are you opposing
Did you even
me?
count?
Are you opposing me?
Yes.
So
I'm
you're
opposing you.
opposing me. That means
Yes.
you don't believe what I stand for.
I know that what you stand for is hateful. That's what it means. That's what I interpret
That's
it means.
hateful to you.
No, to this world, John. To this whole entire world.
So the
Not just to me,
people
though,
who
yes,
believe
specifically
this,
to me. How many?
Just to you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. How many people believe the shit you believe, John?
A lot.
No, very few. Very few people believe what you believe, John.
Everyone believes you.
No, very
Correct.
few people believe what I
Believe
believe.
you?
That's the way it
Very
is.
few believe-
Every
believe
person
what
in the
Richard
world
preaches.
believes a thing that very few people believe. That's how it works, John.
People
What makes a
believe
person a
what
true
Richard
Christian,
preaches.
John? What makes a person a true Christian? What do they have to believe, John? How many things must a true Christian believe to be a true Christian? And how many people in the world believe it, John? How many people in the world believe all the things that you have to believe to be a true Christian, John?
I should show my banner to your audience.
Read this.
It's a new banner.
So you confess that this is a true statement. You confess this is a true statement.
Show your sign to
John,
your
why would I
audience.
do anything that you say? Why would I do anything you're asking me to do, John? Why on earth would I do that? Yeah.
So you would do the opposite of everything I say. So do not show that. Don't show that, then you'll show it because you're opposing me. That's opposite.
Oh, good job, John. You identified opposite. Just like they do in kindergarten, where your brain still is. How old is your brain, John?
Oh, kindergarten.
Okay, so you have a kindergartner's
So
brain, is
talk
that
to me
correct?
at kindergarten level.
I'm trying to,
You
John.
don't. You talk over my head.
Okay, listen to me then. Here is the
Because you're
kindergarten level.
so
John,
smart and
if you were wrong about the Bible, would you want to know? John, Chuck, if you were wrong about the Bible, would you want to know?
I am not
John,
wrong.
answer my question, you fucking coward. If you were wrong about the Bible, would you want to know? John, coward. If you were wrong about the Bible, would you want to know? John, do you think that a kindergartner can understand that question? John, is that a question a kindergartner can understand? John Shuck, did I do as you asked? Did I talk to you like it? John, I'm asking you a question. Don't fucking talk to me when I'm asking you a question. Answer the question and shut the fuck up, John. You can't have it your way, both ways, dipshit. You're either engaged in a conversation with me or you're not. Which one is it, John? Which one is it, John? Are you talking to me or you're not fucking talking to me, you dumb fuck? Are you talking to me or not, John? Are you talking to me or not, John? So then don't fucking talk and just listen and use your fucking child brain to understand the things that I'm saying. If the Bible was false, Would you even want to know? Or are you too afraid of what you would lose? What would you lose if the Bible was false, John? John, what would you have left if the Bible were false? John Choque, what would be left in your life if the Bible were false? Do you understand this question? John Choque, do you understand this question? What would you have left if you didn't have the Bible? John Choque, you're not allowed to preach your hate in my town. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of your hatred. I'm sick of your ignorance. I'm sick of your childishness. We have to grow up, John, and be adults. You can't be a child for the rest of your life. I can't believe you got this old and still believe in childish things. Would you like to be an adult, John, or are you happy being a child? John, would you like to be an adult? Or is being a child good enough for you? John,
Hallelujah.
John, would you like to be an adult? John, would you like to be an adult? Or is being a child for the rest of your life good enough for you? John, why didn't your stupid God save you from the illness that you had last month so that you could be here to oppose me then? Why weren't you here? Why was your God powerless to save you from that illness so that you could stand at your post? Do you have an answer to that, John? John, why was your God unable to keep you at your post? I was here, John. Where were you? Were you ill? Were you ill, John? Did your God allow you to be ill? Why didn't your God save you from that illness, John? John, if your Bible was false, would you even want to know? John, if you could wake up from the ancient nightmare, would you want to? John, if you could live in reality instead of your bullshit fantasy world, would you want to? Would you want to engage in reality with the rest of us? If you were capable of thinking the adult thoughts, the thoughts adult enough to move past this childish obsession that you have, would you want to? Or do you like being a child, John? Did Jesus call you a child? Do you remember when he called you a child? That's infantilization, John. Do you understand? Jesus infantilizes you. Do you understand that word, or is that too big for your third grade mind? How old is your mind, John? I watched one of your videos, John, where you said you were a child of the mind. Is that correct, John? That in your video you said you never got smarter than the third grade. Is that right, John? Do you think that maybe you're wrong about the Bible if you're not smarter than a third grader, John? Do you think that it's possible that you might be incorrect about what the Bible is and is not because of your brain is not good? Do you think that's possible, John? Do you think it's possible that your not good brain has sort of failed you in this critical thinking exercise? If that were the case, would you want to know, John, or would you just want to be left in your delusion? John, can you hear the words that I'm saying? Can you hear them, John? Are you trying to ignore them? How's it working? Are my words easy to ignore, John? Do you think that everyone else is using the same ignorance tools on you? Do you think that they're all ignoring you, John? Just like you're ignoring me? Why would you come out here to preach if ignoring truth is so easy, John? Why would you do it? Why preach if all they're going to do is ignore your truth? Who told you to come out here, John? Why are you here, John? John, why are you here? John, who told you to come out here, John? Who told you to do this, John Choque? Who told you, John, to come out here? John Choque, why are you here? What is the purpose of your visit to our town today? John, why are you here? What are you doing? What is your intent? What do you intend to do in this town? John, why did you come to my town? Your town needs your help today, John. Is that right? The president's in your town today. Is that right, John? Are you aware of this? That the president of this country is in your town today? Why did you leave it? Why did you leave your town when the president's there? Wouldn't it be very valuable if you could get your sign on, like, the cameras that are going to be there? What if the president could read your sign, John, but you're not there? Why not? Why aren't you there, John? Why aren't you where the president is right now, John? John, are you aware that the President of the United States is visiting your town today? John Choque. Are you aware of this? Am I the one who made you aware of this, or were you aware of it before I told you? John Choque. John Choque. Do you hear me? John Choque. Do your ears work, or are you trying to make your ears not work? This amazing gift from the Creator of all, and you're trying to not use it because you are good at not hearing things when you're talking, and that's why you're talking, right? so that you don't have to hear the thing I'm saying. But you still do hear it, don't you, John? Because it's too simple to ignore. Unlike your hateful religion here, it's very convoluted and self-contradictory, full of hate and lies. Super easy to ignore. The truth that I speak, however, is simple and easy to understand, John. You don't care if what you say is true or not. You picked a team decades ago and you'll live for that team till the end. Because whether you're right or wrong means nothing to you, right, John? Because obedience and loyalty are more important than being correct. Is that correct, John? Did I basically understand your religion here, John? Is that right? Is that basically how you feel about these values, John? Is that the order that you would put them in? But it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong as long as you're obedient to the God that you picked decades ago. Is that correct? Hello there, would you like to join this conversation about hate and why this hate preacher came to our town to preach his message full of hate?
I hate hate, so I don't even like talking about it, good or bad.
Okay.
But then how are we gonna fight it if you don't talk about it? You're just gonna let it fester? Cool. So I'll be out here fighting it and you just ignore it like that's gonna help.
All right.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah.
No, I apologize.
This man comes down here to speak hate and I oppose him, and that's our duty. That's our First Amendment duty, to raise our voice against stupidity.
Yeah,
There is
I'm not very smart, so that is.
Well, then let me help you with that. I got some books you can read that will help you with that. Would you like to read a book so you can be less dumb?
That's dumb.
Yeah, that's how John Choque acts as well. He's like, oh, don't worry, I'm just a dumb guy. Yeah. John Choque says he's dumb. Hey, John, I found another dumb guy here. Would you like to talk to him about how dumb you both are? John, you're a dumb guy, right, John? You said that to me? Is that correct, John? I'm not misquoting you, am I, John? I'm not misquoting you or calling you names, John. You've confessed this on your videos, right, John, that you're a dumb guy? Is that correct? I'm not being mean or calling names. I'm just sort of identifying the way that he's self-identified. John, I'd like to talk to you about the hate that you're preaching. If you were preaching hate and I could prove it to you, would you stop? John, if I could prove to you that you were preaching hate, would you stop it? John, if I could prove to you that you were preaching hate, would you stop? John, if I could prove to you that the thing you're doing is evil, would you stop doing it? John, if I could prove to you that the thing you're doing is evil, would you stop doing it? John Choque, if I could prove to you that the thing that you're doing right now is an evil thing to do, would you stop doing it? John Choque, if I could prove to you that the mindset that you're in right now is an evil and childish mindset, would you try to avoid it for the rest of your life? Would you find the comfort in it every day, like an addict? Would you seek it every day? Would you make your whole personality about your addiction, John? This feeling that you have, that it doesn't matter how wrong you feel, the Bible tells you you're right anyway. John, if what you were doing was evil, would you stop? John, if I could convince you that what you were doing is evil, would you stop doing it? John, I asked you a question earlier that was an if, and you ignored the if. Do you agree that you had an answer, but it wasn't an answer to my question, it was an answer to a question I didn't ask? I didn't ask, is what you're doing true? I asked, if it's not, would you want to know? And then your answer was, it is, like a child, right? And that's the way Muslims behave, John, and the Mormons. When I talk to the Mormons and I ask them the same question that I'm asking you, John, and they engage with it, they say, it is true. It is true, though, Mitchell. They say they act just like you. So are you a Mormon? Because you're using the same scripture as the Mormons. It is true. There's no such thing as if, Mitch. No, it's not evil. I can't even contemplate that. My brain won't even let me acknowledge that that might be an option. That's you, John. That's how you sound. Evil? Oh, I might be doing something evil? Let me just ignore that. No, John, you're doing evil today. You're preaching hate. You're preaching misogyny. You're preaching homophobia. You're preaching racism. You're preaching hate for no reason. You don't even live here, John. Go back to where you live. Go to your city and preach to your people. They are in need, aren't they, John? Right now? Like specifically right now, John? Do you remember that fire, John? Did God send that fire to your town, John? John, can you talk please about the fire that God sent to your town? John, can we have a conversation about it was world news, dude. I had people from England talking about it. World news happened in your town, John, yet you're not there, you're out here. You're not helping the people in your town that need help, John. You came down here again to be seen of all these people, to do your duty to your God, not to help people, I notice. Not at all to help people, but to be doing good, because you must do good, mustn't you, John? Everything you do is so good. You go out and you preach the good book. It's got to be good. It's called the good book. Why would the publishers lie? Why on earth would the publishers exaggerate the value of the book, John? I've never heard of such a thing. John Choque, are you ready to have a good faith conversation? You're going to be a child still. You're growing up out of this nonsense, John? John Choque, do you understand the pericope adulterae? Do you understand what I mean when I say that? John, how much have you studied your book? What's the first gospel that was written, John? John, do you agree that there are 4 gospels? John, how many gospels are canon? John, how many gospels are canon, John? John Choque, in your book, how many gospels are canon? John Choque, I'm trying to talk to you about this bullshit you believe. Can we have a conversation? You're going to grow up, John? You're going to be a child this whole day? You're going to be a child for 2 hours in a row, John? Or are you going to have a good faith conversation with me about the hate that you're preaching? John, are you going to engage with me in a conversation? You're going to try to ignore me like a child for the whole day, John? You're going to grow up? You're going to talk to me? Hello there, would you like to talk about religion and how this man is preaching hate in our city and we should tell him to stop? John, have I misrepresented you at all today in any of the things that you have said or that I've said about you? Have I misrepresented any of the things you believe? John, is there anything you would like to correct? John, this is very childish. John, you're doing a thing a child would do. Do you understand? Did Jesus tell you to be a child, John? Is there salvation in being a child? Does Jesus save the children like he saved the children in the flood? John, you're being a child. Do you agree? John, I would like to have a good faith conversation with you. Do you understand? Can you give me a good reason to not have a good faith conversation, John? Can you give me a good reason to not have a conversation with someone? John, is there a reason to not have a good faith conversation with someone? John, do you believe the things that you are saying out here, or are you just saying them because you're told to believe them? Do you believe the things? Do you believe them enough to convince people of their truth? Because I can do that, John. If you engage with me in good faith conversation, I'll make you stop believing these things. Do you agree? Do you agree, John, that if you submit to me and have a good faith conversation, I'll disabuse you of this hateful religion that you have? And that's why you don't want to do it? That's why you're afraid to do it? Because I have the power to convince you. Do you know why I have the power to convince you, John? It's because truth convinces. Do you agree? Do you agree, John, that truth convinces? John, do you agree? Do you agree with my statement, truth convinces? Is it written anywhere in your book, John? Something that agrees or disagrees with this thing that I'm claiming? John, do you agree that I'm trying to have a good faith conversation with you and you are refusing? Do you agree that that's what's happening, is you're refusing to have a good faith conversation? John? Do you agree that that's what's happening right now? That you're afraid of having a good faith conversation because you know that the things that I say will disabuse you of your hateful religion? Do you understand that this right here is evidence already that you should give up this hateful religion? John, did you hear my conversation with the Mormons? John, when you weren't here, I walked down the street back to the mall and I found some Mormons to talk to. It was a miracle, John. The flying spaghetti monster, even though I didn't have you to talk to, gave me somebody to talk to for hours, so I still got my content, John. It's a miracle, isn't it? Isn't it, John? Isn't that a miracle? I get what I wanted even though your God let you down. But my God picked up the slack. So your God didn't fix your illness, and you had to ask the surgeons to help you out. Did you check whether or not they were believers, John? Did you check to see if they were Christian surgeons? Or maybe one of them was an atheist? Do you think there may have been an atheist doing surgery on you, John, to help out your guts? So when you weren't here because your God let you down and did not fix your illness, I was bummed because there was no one to talk to. But then I walked down there and the flying spaghetti monster plied me with a better alternative, John. Someone that I had a good faith conversation with, instead of a child that tried to ignore the things that I was saying. Instead of a child that pretended that ignoring the argument is winning the argument. John, do you believe that ignoring the conversation is winning the conversation? John, is that what you believe? What about all the people that ignore the things that you say? Are they being good people or bad people? John, when they ignore you, John, when all these people walk by and ignore the things that you're saying to them, are they acting in a way that is good or a way that is evil, John? John, when people ignore your sign and your stupid hat and your dumb clown coat, are they being good people or evil people, John? So then when you do it, are you being a good person or an evil person, John? So is what's good for you evil for the people who don't believe in your shit? Are you a hypocrite, John? Is that why you're ignoring me? John, is it wise for these people to ignore you? John, is it wise for these people to ignore you? John, is it a wise thing to do for these people to ignore you? John? John Choque? Is it wise of these people to ignore you, John? Is it a wise, smart brain thing to do? But I guess that's why you're doing it, because you don't have a smart brain. Is that right, John? Am I correctly quoting you? Remember when you told me that your brain is not smart? When you've got a kindergartner's brain? Did you say that, John? Do you remember saying that to the camera? Was it true when you said it? John, was that a true statement, or were you just saying bullshit to the camera so that you would look good in front of your viewers? Was that a cynical self-degradation, or do you actually believe that about your mind, John? I'm asking you a legitimate question. Do you believe that about your brain, or were you just pretending to be... Were you doing this sort of bullshit Christian self-degradizement or whatever, that bullshit move they do? John, were you lying to your audience when you said that your brain's no good? John, were you lying when you said that? John, were you lying to your audience when you said that your brain's not good? Redonk is here, John. Would you like to talk to Redonk? My audience is here. Maybe you could talk to them and teach them the truth so that they don't follow me, John. Do you want to talk to them? Happy Friday, Redonk. Thank you for coming by. It's been a long time. Redonk, really good to see you. I've not been streaming a lot. Let's go over here so that we don't have to think about John Choque too much right now. Catch up with some stuff. I've got like 2 hours on my parking meter over here, so I've got like an hour left talking to John Choque. Talking at John Choque, though. He's afraid to engage in a good faith conversation, obviously, of course, just like all these hate preachers are, except for Gar. He was trying very, very hard to have a sort of question and answer period, though they're just so racist and aggressive. I just don't need that all the time. Good to see you. Mania Leafdoll is here. Hello there. Good to see you again. Aubrey Walters is here. Hello, everyone. So, John, my audience is here. Would you like to talk to them and have a good faith conversation? John, the audience has arrived. Would you like to have a good faith conversation? John, I'm ready to have a good faith conversation with you. Are you going to stop ignoring me? John Choque, I'm ready to have a good faith conversation with you. For the sake of this audience here, are you ready to engage with me in conversation? Or are you going to continue to childishly ignore me, John? John Choque, can you hear the words that I'm saying? John, the audience is here. We're ready to have this conversation. Triple E, that's quite rare. Hello, John. Are you done with that thing? What was that thing you were doing, John? Hello, John. Hello, John Choque. I'm glad you came to my town today because I wanted to talk to you. Are you ready to talk to me, John? I'm glad you came down here to this city. How long was your commute today, John? How long was your commute, John Choque? John Choque, how long was your commute to this location from the place that you live? How many moments did you waste coming out here, John? John Choque. John, are you an adult person or are you a child? John, are you a child of the mind or are you an adult? Like, you've said you're a child, right? Now, do you agree that you're also an adult, or do you say that you're not an adult and you're only a child, not an adult? Is it true that you're a child and an adult, or is it true that you're not an adult? Which one of those statements is true about you, John? Which one of those statements do you believe to be true about you, John? That you are a child and an adult, or that you're a child, thus not an adult? Which of those statements is a true statement, John? I'm trying not to misrepresent you. John Shuck, let's have a conversation. John, what is the good reason to not have a conversation with me, John? John, what is the good reason to not engage with good faith conversation with me? What is the good reason for that? John, I assume that you're rational, is that correct? John, if I can prove to a cop that you're not rational, they can, like, take you to a place, right, John? Do you understand that? If I can prove to a cop that you are acting irrationally and that you might not be able to take care of yourself, they'll take care of you for you. Do you agree, John? Do you think that you're capable of taking care of yourself, John? I'm your only viewer at the moment. Oh, wow, I do appreciate that. Sorry that John is being so childish. I would like for there to be something to see, but again, John has nothing to offer. John doesn't have truth or anything. What he's doing out here is he is doing as he's ordered. He's just coming out here because he's told to. He's not coming out here to convince anyone or engage with anyone in a good faith conversation. He's just being obedient. And this endeavor is not meant to convince anyone. This endeavor is to show that John is a holy man. This endeavor is for John. John is proving to himself that he is an obedient person. He has got nothing. We can talk to that guy, John. He made eye contact with you. Why not call out to him and give him a little message, John? Why not call out to any of these people, engage with them? John, let me show you. If we engage with the people walking by, we'll be able to convince more people than both you and I will have more success if you and I engage with the people going by. Do you understand, John? Do you understand the thing I'm saying? That you're not even doing this good? John, I'm a really good street preacher, okay? I'm really good at it. I get a lot of people to listen to me who think that I'm a crazy person when they first see me. That's what they think of you, John. And then you want them to listen to you, even though they think that you're a crazy person. And I can do that, John. I'm able to do that. I'm able to engage people and overcome the insanity that they see at first blush with reason. You want to see me do it, John? We'll both be more successful. I'll convince more people and you'll convince more people. But that's not what you're here to do today, is it, John? You're here to let these people walk by. Walk by and ignore you, like you're ignoring me. You're not trying to stop them from ignoring you, like I'm trying to stop you from ignoring me. John, why would I want to stop you from ignoring me? Why would I want that? John, do you think that a Christian just standing there ignoring me illustrates my point? Or do you think a Christian engaging with me in good faith conversation illustrates my point? And my point, of course, being Christians don't know what the fuck they're talking about and are morally bankrupt. They're just obedient and they do not know what morality and ethics is. Do you think that obedience is an ethical way to be? John, is unquestioning obedience an ethical way to behave? Hello there, would you like to talk about religion? My friend John here came to our town to preach hate, and I'm opposing him. I'm telling him to go back to his town. Would you like to engage with him in a conversation? Then he'll continue to preach hate in our city. Our fair city will have these hate preachers invading. Say again? It is his right, but it's your right to oppose it. Do you agree that it's also your right to oppose him? Do you agree that it is your right to oppose this hate? Because if that's true, then your argument that it's his right bears no weight. Do you agree? Did you think that I engaged with the things that he said there, John? Did I listen to him and engage with the things that the points that he made, John? Do you think that I did that? John, did I listen to him and talk to him at the same time? John, did I do it again? Did I demonstrate for you again that I'm capable of listening? Oh, dude, John, let's talk about that book you published. Dude, John, what is that book called? That book you published. John, I'd like to talk about the book you published. Can you plug it, please, to my people? You know that book you published, John? John, you copyrighted it. Is that correct? John, you published a book, right? You're a publisher, John. I'd like to talk about your book. John, you published a book, yes? John, I'd like to engage you in a conversation about the book that you published, John. John Choque, did you publish a book? John Choque, did you publish a book? John Choque, did you publish a book? John, do you have a book for sale? John, where can these fair people go to buy your book, John? John, where can these people buy your book? John, all these people here, they would love to know where to buy your book. Where shall they go? John Choque, tell these people where to buy your book. John, I know why you're not having success on YouTube. It's because you're not doing it right. So like, when I ask you to plug your book, then you do, John. And then your YouTube won't suck, dude. How long have you been working on it, man? Like, seriously. How many hours do you spend on that thing? You have more videos than subs, is that correct, John? That you have like 400 videos and like 100 subscribers, is that correct, John? Do I have those numbers right, John? Do you pay attention to those numbers, John? Are those numbers accurate, or have I got the wrong numbers, John? Are those accurate numbers? I can show you how to do it right. One of the ways is to tell these people where they can buy your bullshit book. John, what temperature is it out here right now? Do you still film these? I noticed that you haven't been posting every day. Do you still film every day, John? Did you film something today? Are you posting it? John Choque? Hello, John Choque. Is your brain okay? John Choque, did you film something to post today? Hello there, would you like to talk about religion with me and John Choque? Will change your life. You don't have to be a heathen anymore. You can believe in the truth. All right, you're never going to be saved then. Have fun in hell, dummies. Hello there, would you like to talk about religion and this hate preacher and how he should be opposed? Good luck in hell. Sorry. You shouldn't have ignored the message, dummy. Hello there, would you like to talk about religion and how this man is preaching hate in our city? He preaches misogyny and homophobia, and he pretends it's good, and I'm out here to oppose him. Hello there, would you like to talk about religion and how this man thinks you're going to hell? Well, have fun in hell, dipshit. Go to hell then. See if I care. You want to go to hell? No, you won't, because I'm not going to hell, because me and John Choque know the answer, dummy. John, look at all these people. You can help them. They're all hell-bound. But you're just sitting here ignoring me instead of talking to them. Hello there, would you like to talk about religion and how this man is preaching hate in our city and he should be opposed? Cool, I'll just do the opposing myself then, all alone again. What's up, bro? I can't, it's so corona right now. Sorry about that.
Give me some skin.
It's so corona, dude, I can't even. How about some of these right there?
Get some frankincense and myrrh on your fucking hands. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, frankincense and myrrh?
With a little bit of jojoba oil.
No, good luck with that.
Cedarwood?
Yeah, I'm sure that works 100% of the time.
Germs, look it up in science.
Yeah, sure. You look like you know science.
What you're talking about.
Yeah, you look exactly like you know what you're talking about. You look like a scientist. Yeah.
Give me some skin, brother.
He wants some skin, John Choque. John, he's not asking for a tract. John, you never listen to people.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
What do you mean?
Bless you.
Why don't you come and have a conversation about the stupid bullshit you're saying? Why don't you talk to me for 20 minutes? Yeah, you did. You said jojoba was going to fucking cure the disease, you dipshit. You said you're a scientist. Why don't you park your car and come on out and have a grown-up conversation instead of being a child with your clown costume? Yeah, I have other things to do today, and I still came out here to oppose the hate.
Believe in the holy oils, Jesus freak.
I ain't no. Oh, you're such a dipshit, dude. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So, John Choque, was that guy right? Is frankincense and myrrh gonna protect me? Was that guy a scientist? John Choque, I'd like to talk to you about the stupid hate you're preaching. John, do you agree that it's stupid to preach hate? Do you agree that only stupid people preach hate? Do you agree? John Choque, do you agree that it's a stupid act to preach hate? John Choque, John, I'm trying to have a good faith conversation with you. I'm trying to build a sort of place where we can meet and our ideas can meet. Do you want that, or do you want not that? Do you want a place where you and I can talk to each other in a good faith conversation, or do you want the opposite of that? Not a place where you and I can have a good faith conversation. What do you want, John? What do you want, John? And I'm not asking what your Bible tells you to want. I'm asking you, what does your value system cause you to want? What do you value, John? What has value in your life, John? John Choque? John, this is a good faith theological conversation, yeah? Talking about what has value in your life, is that right? Talking about ethics and morality and value, is that correct? That this is a good faith conversation. Are you going to do that? How many points do you get if you could ignore me all day, John? How many points does Jesus give you? How many Jesus points do you get if you can ignore me for the next hour? Then will he give you like super special points? Will you finally earn the love of your Christ that you've never seen? John, who are you talking to? John, who are you talking to? John, are you talking to me? John Choque? Are you talking to me? Who are you talking to, John? John, who are you talking to? John, did you come out here? I assume it was an hour, right? Your commute? Because you're like, every fucking answer you give me, you like lose a point for Jesus or something. So I'm just going to make some assumptions. Is that all right with you? You're going to get your little butt hurt about it. When I make some assumptions about your day, is that going to make you all like sad and hurt in your butthole? So I'm going to say it's like an hour, okay? That you commuted to this place for like an hour. You sat on public transportation. Was it wet? Was it soggy? Was your chair that you sat on like soggy from public transport? You waving at a Maserati? You waving at him? Yeah, nice. I don't think he was looking for you, John. Hello there, would you like to talk about religion and how this guy preaches hate on our streets and ought to be opposed? Okay. John, you're not working very hard to keep these people out of hell. How many of these people are hellbound, John? How many of these people are bound for hell? How many of these people believe in Christianity as you believe in it? How many of these people are true Christians, John, like you? You're a true Christian, right, John? Right? You know what you're talking about when you talk about the Bible? You like have studied it and stuff. Hello there, would you like to talk about religion and how this man is preaching hate on our streets and ought to be opposed? No, you're just going to ignore it like you ignore everything? Good luck with that. Is that how you're taking care of global warming as well? You guys are doing great. Super effective at doing good things in the world. Congratulations. Blah, 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 blah. This is what you sound like, John. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. It sounds like there's a demon talking to you, John. Sounds like there's a demon whispering to you. Do you agree? John, you sound demonized. Do you understand? You sound like you're incapable of having a good faith conversation because the demon is talking to you so that you can't hear anything else. Sounds like there's a demon in your mind. Sounds like the demon doesn't even speak your language, John. Is that right? Is that right? That he speaks a different language from you? The person who is... Hello, let's talk about religion for like a half hour. Hey, dude, let's talk about religion. I'll change your life. You don't have to believe in false religions anymore. Hey, my man, you want to talk about religion for like a half hour? I'll change your life. Don't lie to me. Why are you lying to me? What do you think that's going to do?
But I don't.
You speak enough to talk to me.
Okay, I can hear you.
Yeah, this guy's preaching hate. Do you like people who preach hate?
Hate?
Yeah, do you like hate?
I never been much into hate.
This guy's preaching hate and I'm opposing him and he won't engage with me in a good faith conversation. You think that's a bit childish of him?
I think everyone has a point.
Right, but is it a childish point? Because some people have a point.
Arguing about that, you guys never gonna agree. So there's no point of arguing.
Why do you think we're never going to agree?
Because he's supposed to love hates and you don't.
I know, but why don't you think we can convince each other? Don't you think one of these positions is more correct than the other?
I don't. I really don't.
You don't think so? You think that his position, that women should be subordinate to men and that gay people go straight to hell, and my position, that God loves everybody, are equal?
Really
you think they're equal?
No,
So then how can I convince this man that what he's doing is hateful? How can I convince him to stop? Do you think that's possible?
I think everything's possible.
I think it's possible too. I think he's trying not to.
Love is always make open doors. So
I know. So here I am trying to love him, and yet he's rejecting my love. Can you see him ignoring me and rejecting my love?
yes, I can see that.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Just leave it.
Well, I'll just keep loving him. Hopefully my love will be strong enough to work through your ignorance. Look, I invited that man to have a conversation, John. How come you're not doing that? Hello there, let's talk about religion for like 5 minutes. This man has come to our town to preach hatred, and I oppose it. Opposition to hatred is very important, otherwise they think they're right. John, what do you think about these conversations that I'm having with people on the street? Are they good faith conversations, John? Am I capable of having good faith conversations? So between the two of us, who do you think's better at having good faith conversations? Hello there, would you like to talk about religion? Let me know if you change your mind. This man's preaching hate in our street and he needs to be opposed. Hello there, this man preaches hate in our street. Would you help me oppose him?
No.
Why not?
Leave him alone.
Why? Why would I do that? Why on earth? If he's preaching hate in our street, why would I leave him alone? Is that what you do? Is it? He is preaching, you dipshit. What a dummy you are. Come and talk to me, you stupid idiot. All of your claims have been wrong and childish. Let's have a grown-up conversation about this. Or is your coat proof that you don't need to... Yeah, come here, let's talk. Let's talk, kid. Let's talk about the things that you said. That hate should go unopposed. That I should leave him alone. I don't think I should leave hate alone. I think we should oppose hate. What do you think? Do you think we should oppose hate? Do you think hate should be opposed? Or do you think hate should be ignored? John, what do you think? John, do you think hate should be opposed or ignored? John, what do you think? Are you opposing me with this sign, John? Or are you ignoring me with your mind? Which one are you doing, John? Are you opposing me or are you ignoring me? Which one are you doing, John? Are you ignoring me or opposing me? What should we do? What ought we do when we see hate, John? John, does your book tell you what you ought to do when you see hate? Hey, dude, this man's preaching hate in our city and I'm opposing him. Are you going to help me?
Man, I got it.
You got it? Or what, you'll die? Oh, okay. So this guy's preaching hatred in your street and you just ignore it? That's a real grown-up thing to do. You got things to do, though. Your grown-up life, right? You got to get back to that. Oh, don't be mad at you, even though you're ignoring this hate preacher? Why? Why shouldn't I be mad at you? You think ignorance is going to fix this problem? This man's preaching hate in our street. Will you help me oppose him? This man preaches hate in our streets. Will you help me oppose him? No? You're okay with hate?
We're not from there.
Well then, have a good time in our fair city. Trying to keep it clean for you, these hateful people. People like John Choque who hates this world. Do you hate this world, John? John Choque, do you hate this world? John Choque, do you hate this world? Hello there, will you help me oppose this hate preacher, please? Hello there, will you help me oppose this hate preacher? Not right now, you're too busy? Just like you're too busy with all the other things that need your help? You're just too busy to help? Good luck with that. Yeah, because, you know, your life is so important. Helping reality, it's too much of a bother. Both of you are not great at it. Okay, well, first of all, yeah, I'm not being great right now, but what I'm saying is, I'm not preaching right now. I'm opposing John. If I were to be preaching, you can go listen to those videos. I'm really good at it. But, you know, there's no reason to preach right now. I mean, it's just so fucking cold. And, you know, preaching to passers-by is really ineffective. I'm still really good at it, though. I mean, you can link to the videos and listen to my sermons. Also, he's not preaching. John, if that Bible was not holy, would you want to know? John, if that Bible's not holy, would you want to know? Well, you wear pirate regalia when you are, oh shit. Dude, do I have this thing fucking, I've had it reversed this whole time. That's super embarrassing. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys, this is the worst. Super embarrassing. Hello there, I'm opposing this hate preacher. Will you help me? Will you help me oppose this hate preacher? No, you're not just going to tell them that you think preaching hate is an evil thing to do? You're just not even going to take a moment to do that? You're just too busy, huh? All right, well, I'll do it myself then. No help from you again. And, like, really bad at the tech part of it, eh? John Choque, if your Bible was not holy, would you want to know? John Choque. John. John, if the Bible was not holy, would you want to know? John, if the Bible's not holy, would you want to know? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come over here. Come here. Why? Come here. Let's have a conversation. Let's go. Come on. Come here. Let's talk. Hello there. Will you help me oppose this hate preacher? This man's preaching hate in our city and I'm opposing him. You're going to make me do it alone? Or you're going to help? You're not going to help me? Oh, okay. I'll just do it myself then, coward. You're going to help him then, eh? You're going to help the hate preacher. That's how the terrorists win. John Choque, if your Bible is not holy, would you want to know? It's a yes or no question, John Choque. Are you able to engage with the idea? Hey, there you are. What's your name?
Here we are. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Bless you.
Don't touch me, please. Do not touch me. Bro, this is assault. I'm telling you, don't touch me. John, tell him to stop touching me. Don't touch me. It's assault.
It's the oils.
Dude.
Here you are.
Dude, I specifically said don't touch
Now,
me.
smell your hands
Dude,
when you
you are
feel
so disrespectful. Like, what's that about? You're not...
Healed.
No, I'm not.
Smell your hands.
No, I've rejected your bullshit. I've rejected it, so
You
it
can only
has no
believe in what
placebo
you
power
believe
over
in.
you. That's right.
Okay, try.
And I can't believe in your bullshit, so the placebo doesn't work, dude. The placebo's not going to work for me. This guy's preaching hate in our city. Will you help me oppose him? Dude, I'm talking to these people. Good. Best of luck, my friends. Good luck. I'm sorry. I'm talking to crazy people. I'm sorry. No, dude, you're a crazy person. These people have a real thing that they're working on, and you're wasting their time, dude. These people have a real problem, and they're working on their real problem. I'm sorry. Yes, yeah. Good. Best of luck. I do hope your church turns happy. Good luck. Good luck. Be safe. I'm sorry. There's lots of crazy people. I didn't mean to get you involved with crazies.
What if he's only a hypocrite?
Well, I mean, he is, but...
At this point, I'm desperate. I want to know what he's going to say.
Good luck. Good luck. John, where is this person? John, these people are missing this person. Can you help them? John, do you have miracles available? John, these people need your help. John, these people right here, they're looking for someone who's missing. See? Where is this person? Do you have power to help them, John? John, do you have power to help them, or do you have no power, John? I confess to you I'm powerless to help these people, John. Do you confess that as well? Do you confess as well that you're powerless to help these people? Or are you going to continue with the childish belief that you're capable of creating miracles to help these people? John, look at these people and feel your impotence. You cannot help them. Is that right? Is that correct, John? Or are you so proud that you cannot accept that reality, and that you must think to yourself that there's something you can do, and that your mumblings will help them? John, why don't you get off your ass and help them? They have handouts. Why not disseminate their handouts to them, John? That would be real help, wouldn't it? That would be really helping these people, John, wouldn't it? Are you going to do that, John? Are you going to help disseminate these people's information so that they can find their missing loved one? John Choque, if your Bible was not holy, would you want to know? John Choque, if your Bible was not holy, would you want to know? You're wasting these people's time, dude. Shame on you. Shame on you for wasting these people's time. John, I'd like to talk to you about your hateful religion. I'd like to disabuse you of the false things you believe. If you believe false things, would you like to continue to believe them, or would you like to criticize them such that you cannot? John, if your book that you're holding so high and you're so proud of was not a good book, would you like to know? If the book that you're holding in your hand was evil, would you want to know? John, if the book that you're so proud of was evil, would you want to know? John, if the book that you're so proud of was evil, would you even want to know? These people need help finding somebody. Yeah, they've got some missing person sheets. John, let's have a good faith conversation. Are you capable of that? Are you capable of talking to people like a grown-up, John? John, are you capable of having a good faith conversation? I would like to speak to you about the things you believe and how they're hateful, and I would like to disabuse you of these ideas. Will you give me the chance, John? You're going to allow me to do it? Sorry, everybody. Hey, John, will you hold this while I blow my nose? John, will you hold this while I blow my nose? John, will you hold this for me while I blow my nose? Hey, John, will you hold this while I blow my nose? Come on, John. Come on, hold this for me while I blow my nose. John, help me blow my nose. John, Choque. That's the rudest shit. Careful, he'll touch you without asking. I told him not to, and he rubbed his hands all over me. It was quite obscene. Hello there, this man's preaching hate in our town. Will you help me oppose him? Will you help me oppose this man preaching hate? Here it is happening in your town right here. Will you help me oppose this man? He's preaching hate in our town. Will you help me oppose him?
No.
Yeah, because you don't oppose things that are evil? Good for you. Good luck with that, kid. Yeah. Have fun with your, like, real life and shit. This man is preaching hate in our town. Will you help me oppose him? Will you help me oppose this man? He's preaching hate in our town. This man preaches hatred in our town. Will you help me oppose him? Will you help me oppose this man? He's preaching hatred in our town. Will you help me oppose him? Dude, you're mumbling just like this guy, dude.
You're mumbling too?
No, I'm not. I'm having a conversation. I'm using big boy words.
Listen.
Dude, don't call me a demon. Don't dehumanize me.
God.
Come on over here.
Running your mouth on a corner. Why don't you just go and put homeless people in houses instead?
Because I can't afford it. Can you? Is that a good enough reason for you?
Yes, it is.
So am I being reasonable?
Then get together with your
And
friends
you're not.
and fucking put them in your
No.
empty church.
Dude,
Put them in your empty church, bitch.
Dude, I illustrated that I'm being reasonable, and I'm asking you for the same.
With no one in it.
Now,
all night long. Bless you.
my church is not empty. My church is not empty. Come on, let's talk. Talk to this man. What's your name? What's your name, frankincense? Frank, come on back. You'll yell at me and call me demon and run away like a coward? Right now, this is what you're doing. No. I'm doing what I want. No, I'm doing what I want, and I'm asking you to stand here and have a conversation with me, and you're running away from that conversation. Dude, I showed you, I illustrated that I'm being reasonable. I illustrated it. Is that correct, John? Did I illustrate to that man that I'm being reasonable? He asked me a question and I answered it. Is that illustration of reason? Is that good? Is that correct, John? Hello there, I'm opposing this hate. Will you help me? This man's preaching hate on the streets. Will you help me oppose him? No, you're too busy. Too busy to do the right thing. Yeah. Have fun. Have fun being too busy to do the right thing. Have fun with your so-called life, your grown-up priorities. This man's preaching hate on our street. Will you help me oppose him? This man is preaching hatred on our street. Will you help me oppose him? Say again? Blah, 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 blah. That's you. That's what you sound like, dude. This man's preaching hatred on our street. Will you help me oppose him? No, you don't oppose hatred? You just let it fester in your city? You think that's going to work? Is that going to get the results that you want? Say again? I didn't hear you. Say again? Fine, retreat, coward. Trying to have a conversation with you if you're too afraid of that. This man's preaching hate on the street. Will you help me oppose him? No, you're too afraid to oppose hatred? Hello there, this man's preaching hate on our street. Will you help me oppose him?
Thank you.
No, you're not going to oppose the hatred on our streets?
I'm not interested.
You're not interested in opposing hatred on your streets? Do you think that that's going to get you the results you want? Is that a grown-up way to be? What time? John Choque, how long are you staying here today? John Choque, when are you leaving? John Choque. John Choque, if your Bible was evil, would you want to know? John Choque, why are you afraid to answer that question? What is it about that question that makes you fear? Hello there, I'm opposing this hate preacher. Will you help me? What about that question is too frightening to answer, John? John, if your Bible was evil, would you want to know? This man preaches hate on our street. Will you help me oppose him?
I do oppose him. I'm going to keep living my life.
He opposes you. He opposes you, John. Did you hear that? He opposes you as well. Did you hear? You're opposed, John, when you come here. This man preaches hate on our street and I'm opposing him. Will you help me? Will you help me oppose this hatred? This man preaches hate on our fair city. Will you help me oppose him? This man preaches hatred. Will you help me oppose him? Too busy, eh? This man preaches hatred on our street. Will you help me oppose him? Why? Do you think that hatred will stop if unopposed? Go fuck yourself, dude. Go fuck your mother. You're a piece of shit and you know it. Your politeness earned you nothing. Stop trying it. Politeness is for cowards, just like you. This man preaches hate on our street. Will you help me oppose him? This man preaches hatred. Are you opposed to that? Tell him you're opposed to hatred. You're not opposed to hatred being preached in the street? That's a thing that you support? Good for you. I hope it works out for you. I hope you get the hate-filled world that you hope for. We're headed that way. Thanks a lot, bro. Nice choice. Way to make a decision, grown up. This man is preaching hatred. Help me oppose him. Help me oppose this hatred. This man preaches hate in our fair city. Help me oppose it. Tell him you oppose his hatred. They oppose you. They oppose you, John. John, they oppose you like I do. Do you feel the opposition now? Please don't come back. This man is preaching hatred. Do you oppose hatred? He preaches hate. He opposes you, John. That man opposes you. This man is preaching hate in our street. Do you oppose him? Do you oppose this hatred? We don't accept this kind of hatred in our city anymore, John. We oppose it. We don't ignore it. as children ignore problems, John. It's like you're ignoring me. It's a childish thing to do, but it's not going to solve the problem, John, because every time you come back, I'm going to be here, John, right? Like, I'll be here whenever I want to be. All your praying is not going to stop it. This man's preaching hatred in our street. Will you help me oppose him? This man preaches hatred. Will you help me?
You're the only one I hear talking to.
Yeah, but he's preaching
I don't
hatred.
give a fuck.
Yeah, because you're a coward and a child in your mind. That's why you don't give a fuck, you child. Walk on by like you ignore all the other problems in the world, dude. You're so fucking grown up with that attitude, bro.
It does make sense.
This man's preaching hate in our street. Will you help me oppose him? Come on back. Let's talk about it, coward. Come on back. Explain your stupid brain, dude. You need to oppose hatred when you see it, dipshit. If you ignore it, it will fester, dummy. Who are you talking to, John? Who are you talking to? Who are you attempting to communicate with, John? If I use talking as a synonym for a communication, will you allow me that, or must I? Hello there, I'm opposing this man. He's preaching hate. Will you help me oppose him? This man's preaching hatred. Will you help me oppose this man? He is preaching hatred. Will you help me oppose him? The Bible's hatred. If I could show you the Bible was hateful, would you? If I could show you that the Bible was hate-filled?
Sir,
If I could show you?
what you're doing, man. Praise God.
Kiddo, hey, dummy, hey, dumb brain.
We will be persecuted.
Is that right? Is this persecution, or are you persecuting me by ignoring me? Who's being persecuted, John? Who's being persecuted, you or me? Is opposition persecution? Come here, let's talk about it. Then stand here and talk to me if you love me. Stand here and spend 5 minutes on me if you love me so much. Love is time spent. If you don't spend time with me, you don't love me. This man's preaching hatred in our street. Will you help me oppose him? Do you oppose hatred?
Yes.
See? They oppose you, John. They oppose your hatred, John. Everyone opposes you, John. This man is preaching hatred in our street. Will you help me oppose him? This man preaches hate. Will you help me oppose this man? This man preaches hatred on our street. Will you help me oppose him? Will you oppose the hatred this man preaches? You don't oppose the hatred that this man preaches? You allow it and ignore it? You think that's going to work? You think you're going to get the results you want with that type of behavior, kiddo? Real grown-up thing to do. Real adult thing to do. Just ignore the problem. Just walk right on by. Surely if I ignore this problem, it'll go away. Just like all the other problems, eh? Surely this man preaching hate isn't going to get worse and worse and worse in our fair city. It can go unopposed. What's the worst that can happen? John hates this planet. John hates everything we've built. John longs for the day when this all burns. He's not allowed to want that. My children live here. It's a hateful thing to want. John preaches hate in your city, and you do nothing about it because you're a coward. All right. You gotta stop, dude. That guy stopped way before you. What, you just get to walk right across without even noticing? Jesus. Let's talk. So you got 5 minutes, huh? You love me, do you? You love me? Spend 5 minutes talking to me if you love me. Oh, but you don't love me. You would, but you don't love me. Have fun with your false love, with your made-up idea of what love is. John, spending time with someone is love. So how much do I love you, John? How much do I love you, John? More than that guy loves me, right? Just walking away. I'm asking him for 5 minutes and he won't give it. That's not love, is it, John? Is that love, John? Is this man demonstrating love right here to me, John? Or am I demonstrating love to you by spending my time? This is my Friday, John. It's my holy day. I can be getting drunk right now, John. But here I am spending it with you, trying to have a good faith conversation with you about the hateful things you believe. Is that love, John? Johnny? Is that love? Is that love, John? Is that what love is? Spending time with someone even though they're too dumb to understand what you're saying? Even though they are so proud of how dumb their brain is, and they just don't want to know truth? Is it love to sit there with them anyway, and continually attempt to engage with them in a good faith conversation? This man's preaching hate in our city. Will you help me oppose him? No, you're not going to oppose the hatred? Just going to let it fester? That's a good idea. You think that's going to work? You going to get the results you want that way? It's really grown-up thinking there. Good job. John Choque. John Choque, let's talk. John Choque, let's talk. Let's talk about the hate you're preaching. John, are you preaching hate? John, are you preaching hate on my streets? Are you preaching hate, John? Is this sign correct? John, have I written a truth on this statement? Is this a true statement or a false statement? Oh my God. There's a true statement right there. Good God. Sorry about that, everybody. Whew. Quite some girth. People have erroneously accepted the premise that God of the Bible is equitable to love and have created the false narrative that opposition to falsehoods in the Bible is equivalent to opposing love. Yeah. The idea that God is love is such weird, useless poetry that has no use other than causing them to just sort of be like, no, I know I'm right because my God is love. I've defined it that way. So whatever God tells me to do is love. This man's preaching hatred in our town. Will you help me oppose him? No? You're just going to let the hatred fester? That's a good idea. It's real grown up. This man's preaching hatred in our town. Will you help me oppose him?
Well, I'm not from here, so.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll take care of it and keep it pretty for you. I'll take care of the city so that visitors can enjoy it. Visitors like... You're a visitor, aren't you, John? This man's preaching hate in our town. Will you help me oppose him? This man hates gay people. Do you think that's cool? Or do you think that's opposable, like my thumbs? But the problem is I can do the same thing. If I'm just saying the creator of all reality is love and good and all the positive qualities, where the fuck did all these negative qualities come from? How can he be the one and only creator and he didn't create negativity? And then, B, yeah, but you're wrong about what you think God is. Like, yeah, your understanding of the divine creator is not perfect, and so what you think God would want you to do and not do is incorrect, and so, who cares? This man's preaching hate on our street. Will you help me oppose him? Too busy, huh? Too busy to oppose hatred. Happily, not me. Happily, I've got time to oppose hatred and help the people who have hate rotting their brain wake up from the nightmare, from the blood dream. John, Choque, I'd like to talk to you like an adult person. Are you capable of doing that, John? John, I'd like to talk to you. This man preaches hatred on our street. Will you help me oppose him? This man is preaching hatred. Will you help me oppose him? Do you oppose the hatred that this man preaches? This man preaches hatred. Please help me oppose him. He deserves opposition, finds none. This man preaches hatred. Please help me oppose him. This man is preaching hatred. Will you help me oppose him? Will you help me oppose the hatred this man preaches? Do you oppose hatred? I'm talking to you, kid. Can you hear me with your brain? Is your brain broken? Good one. That's real adult conversation there. Good one. Feel good about yourself. Ignore the problem. It's definitely going to go away soon. Just keep ignoring it. It's almost gone. All you got to do is ignore it until you're around the corner. And then it won't be a problem anymore. This man is preaching hatred in our streets. Will you help me oppose him? This man preaches hate. Will you help me oppose him? No, you don't oppose hatred? Good luck with that. I think hatred deserves to be opposed. And I oppose it. I suppose you guys are all too busy, eh? So I'll do it. For no pay. Just out of the goodness of my heart. This man is preaching hate on our street. Will you help me oppose him? You don't oppose hate? Why? This man's preaching hatred on your street and you don't give a shit?
Understood.
Yeah, no, I don't think you understand at all. I think you're ignoring me. I think you're trying to ignore me so you don't have to understand the thing that I'm saying because you're a child. Yeah. This man preaches hatred on your street and you don't have time to oppose it because you're an idiot. Yeah, you go fuck yourself. This man's preaching hatred on our street. Will you help me oppose him? This man is preaching hatred on your street. Will you help me oppose him? You don't oppose hatred? Do you oppose hatred? Yes. Well, oppose this man. He's preaching hatred. John, let's talk. John, I've got 10 minutes. Will you talk to me? John, I've got 10 minutes left. Are you going to talk to me? Let's talk for 10 minutes and I'll get the fuck out of here. Are you going to talk or not? John, I've got 10 minutes left. Are you going to talk to me or not? John, do you understand the words that I'm saying? John, is your brain rotten to the core or can you understand the things that I'm saying? I've got 10 minutes left to talk to you. I'd like to have a good faith conversation with you about the things that you're doing. John, are you capable of doing that? Are you capable, John, of having a good faith conversation with me? John, I've got questions here that people were asking. Would you like me to ask you these questions? This man is preaching hatred in our street. Will you help me oppose him? This man preaches hate. Will you help me oppose him? You don't oppose hate? John, are you grown up enough to have a conversation? Or are you a child? John, I'd like to talk to you. John, I've been here for how long? John, how long have I been here? John, how long have I been here? John, how long? John, how long have I been here trying to talk to you? John, how long have I been standing here attempting to talk to you? Even though you tell me your brain is a child's brain. How long have I been attempting to talk to you? John, how many minutes? How many minutes have I been talking to you, John? This man preaches hate in your city. Will you help me oppose him? This man preaches hate. Will you help me oppose him?
Should I close it?
Hatred.
Yes, I close it.
This man is preaching hatred. Please help me oppose him. This man is preaching hatred. Look, here. Do you see this sign right here? This man is John. John was taught to hate this world. And he's preaching that. He's preaching hatred. Do you agree? Wait. Do you agree that this statement is true on my sign? Dude, I can't hear you. Yeah, but he's preaching people to hate this world, right? And that's hate, right? So I asked you earlier if you would oppose hate, and you said yes, right? This man is preaching hatred in our street. Will you help me oppose him? This man preaches hatred. Will you help me oppose him? This man is preaching hatred in our streets. Will you help me oppose him? No, you don't oppose hatred? Good for you. That's a good choice. Real big brain stuff. This man's preaching hatred in our street. Will you help me oppose him? This man preaches hate. Please help me oppose him. John, I'd like to talk to you like a grown-up person. John, when you weren't here, I still streamed and I asked you questions. Did you hear any of those questions, John? Did you answer any of them? John, are you going to comment on this video? You going to go home and comment on my video? John, you going to look this video up and comment on it? John, can we have the conversation in the comments of the video? If you're too afraid to have it in person, even though this has been the time and place, John, you and I could have had a good faith conversation for 2 hours about the ideas that you're trying to spread in the world. You could have used that conversation to elucidate my audience to the ideas that you're trying to forward in this reality. What have you chosen to do instead, John? What have you chosen with your big adult brain to do? What have you been doing for the past hour and a half, John? What have you been doing? Explain yourself. Explain your behavior. Is this grown-up behavior, John? Is this what adults do? Or has your religion made you a child, John? Do you hate this planet, John? Do you hate this world? John, I'm talking to you. Why are you too afraid to engage? So I've got to go do my real life stuff now. Too bad. John is doubling down on this childish behavior. Like, I really don't understand what can be lost by having a good faith conversation, being engaged with your detractors. I walk straight up to my opposition and ask them what the fuck they're talking about, and they just say, "Well, I'm not talking to you." I don't know how to illustrate the hypocrisy of these so-called preachers, other than showing you their absolute self-inflicted ignorance. What's that called? What's it called? When you don't know something because you don't want to know something. What's that called? Self-inflicted ignorance. I don't know what else to call it. But yeah. Anyway, sorry, not a great stream. Happy Friday though to everybody. Hopefully nobody's preaching hate where you're at, so you don't have to put up with these people in their clown suits preaching their mockery of justice. Happy New Year. All of these late winter holidays are basically celebrating the same thing, right? The idea of the cycle, right? This is the cold, dark part of this yearly clock. So, celebrate it how you like, and have a happy one. Have a happy New Year. Oh shit, we got shirts if you want a shirt. Look, here's a shirt. See that? It says cult member. You can have a shirt that says cult member. We got those. Balloons. Do people want balloons? I can put shit on a balloon. What else can I make for you? I got coffee mugs. I got tons of shirts. I got 2 different kinds of shirts that you can purchase. Oh, man. It really is weird, though, that every single piece of content that you buy or every single content you watch is actually just a commercial for merch, right? It's just a weird economy that it turned out to be. But anyway, I've got like bracelets and got like underwears that you can have, and I've got like a thing you can put on your head, like colanders. I'm sure I sell those. Just in the comments section, just write down what it is you would like to purchase from me, and then how much you would like to pay for it, and then I'll get it out to you. Anyway, Pastafarians, go fuck yourselves, you fucks.